My name is Sharon. I'm the Senior Content Marketing Lead at Lumar, which is a leading website optimization platform where I also handle our digital ads on LinkedIn and Google, which is where metadata comes in. I've been using Spotlight since it launched in beta, so for several months now. I initially, started poking around to explore the data that it offers on which accounts are most engaged with our brand at any given moment. That sort of thing is really great to share with our business development team or just the broader marketing team, just to keep everybody on the same page about, where different accounts are in terms of their journey with us. But as the Spotlight tool has evolved, I know that there have been new features added. So more recently, there was the feature for audience creation. So I've been testing it as well to build out new retargeting audiences. In the B2B SaaS world, you're typically working with comparatively longer sales cycles than you get in B2C. So it's really important to keep folks engaged with your brand and your content over time, keeping them up to date on your latest product releases, all of that. So that's really key in our industry, and having the data from Spotlight really helps them, kind of flesh out what those retargeting audiences might look like. And understanding which accounts are most engaged at any given time is pretty key to nurturing them. So the Spotlight tool can really help us do that. For me, because I'm in metadata all the time working on the campaigns, I really like having it kind of a centralized place where I can just have this information alongside everything else that I'm doing along for the paid campaigns. When you build audience groups, target groups, I'll include a Spotlight audience in there, but it'll be alongside different types of retargeting. So it's kind of like adding to the pool of retargeting. I put in extra criteria on the Spotlight audiences. So I still, because I don't want everybody at one company or at one account. So I'll still filter it for our core job titles and our core personas. Favorite features in Spotlight, I think it's really the ability to filter the criteria to exactly what I'm looking for. You might care a bit less about ad impressions than you do about engagement. So being able to set the filters to only look at accounts that have actually clicked on an ad or visited a key high intent page on your website is definitely really helpful. This was looking for people who are, more engaged than others, but not necessarily just based on how many impressions they've seen, but how many actions they've actually taken. Within Spotlight, I'll set what for what me counts as highly engaged. So that might be 4 or more website visits. That might be 1 or more LinkedIn clicks. You can obviously change that based on what you feel is a good highly engaged criteria. Obviously, Spotlight also has its own engagement scores, so you can just look at that in the automated way that Spotlight provides it. But I wanted to include anyone who has seen at least one high intent page, so they've gotten themselves to a high intent page, but has at least taken one of these other actions, whether that's multiple website visits or a LinkedIn ad clicked or a form submission, just to kind of make it broad, but also keep it narrow in terms of actual more high intent engagements. I would say just kind of play around with it. Definitely play around with the filters, really consider what for your particular business would indicate that somebody is highly engaged. Again, there are the kind of auto-calculated engagement scores in Spotlight with the little flames or something on the icons. But if you want to go more granular or more personalized than what's out of the box, you can do that with the filters and just, have a think about what that looks like. You can obviously look at past accounts that you've won and what their journey has looked like and try to replicate that in the filters that you're using.